Joe, man. It's so nice to hear your voice, man. Everything you said, it's giving me the chills, man. It's you got the right attitude, and I have no doubt, man. You remember this day, man. You're gonna do big things. I know that 100%, 100%. So I'm excited for you, man. Anything that I can do to help out, absolutely. I will send you the designer's info. I will think about some. Uh,
That was my buddy Pedro. Um, he found out that I was leaving the company I work for to let me close this to start doing my own thing. As you can tell by the title, I'm quitting my job. I put my 2 weeks in. This is my last month. Um, and I make a lot of money. I make I make $100,000. Um, I'm leaving for a lot of different reasons, but let me just give you a backstory of how I got to this 100,000. So right now I'm 25 years old. When when I was in high school, I dropped out of high school my sophomore year. I was just partying, drinking, and doing drugs, and I dropped out of high school. But then I found out about this boot camp. You get your GED. My plan was to go to the military, and that's what I wanted to do at that time. I wanted to go to the military. So I I signed up. I volunteered. I told my parents about it. It was in Odessa, Texas. It's called Texas Challenge Academy. I don't know if it's still in Odessa, but that's where I went. Well, it was really Sheffield, Texas, but it was considered Odessa, Texas. So once I went there for 6 months. I got out, got my GED. I tried to take my ASVAB test, and I guess I wasn't smart enough to take my to pass it. So I didn't go into the military. I ended up going to community college for a couple of semesters, but that went nowhere. I mean, I wasn't failing my classes. I wasn't giving my 100%. I wasn't going. I wasn't showing up. I was, and when I was there, I was learning. And when I got out of college, I started working for my father, and started working with my father in a company, going to chemical plants, going to different states, different contract work here and there. And at the time I was 18. I did that for 2 years, traveling, going up and down. And I think the most I made was 40,000, and those 2 years, 37 and then 40. And then I was actually with the company, and I was in Philadelphia actually working, and I just had my daughter, and my girlfriend at that time was, you know just at home. And I was always leaving home. I wanted to be home with my daughter, with my girlfriend at the time, like I said. Um, and so I wanted to be home. So I quit. I was in Philadelphia. I called my manager. I said, hey, I want to be home with my family. I want to see them. Um, I can't be away from them, you know. It was really eating me up, and I wanted to be there. So I called him. I told him, hey, I'm gonna quit. I just want to be home. I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'll just go work at Home Depot and just work my way up to the top of Home Depot. I don't know why I said Home Depot, but I don't know. I just said Home Depot. And at that time I was telling my parents I was leaving the company when I was in Philadelphia. And then I told my dad, I told my mom, and my mom told her friend at the time, and her husband said, hey, why don't you come to the company I work for? I think you do well. You're young. You're very positive. You work hard. That's what I've heard about you. So come on, try it. He's like, I don't know when they're gonna call you back for an interview, but just apply. So I applied, and I paid my own ticket from Philadelphia to come home on a Sunday. And I think it was that Monday night they called me and told me about, hey, we want to interview you. So it I I got the job pretty much. I got the job, and just to get the job, it wasn't easy. I had to, since I dropped out of school, I got a fine from truancy. I had to pay $500 to the court. I needed to get my driver's license. I didn't have my driver's license. I needed to get it in like 2 weeks. And where I stay in Houston, Texas, all the DPSs were backed up for weeks, and I needed it ASAP. So I ended up driving to San Antonio with my mother to take my driver's test. And I passed my driver's test, and I called the guy, the manager, and I said, "Hey, I got it." Blah blah blah. So I got the job, and then I started working. I have a good friend, my real good buddy. I was working with him at a certain spot, and we were working. And then he decided to to leave to do his own thing. And then I took care of the account by myself, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. I had to get there early, stay there late. I did everything in my power. My manager asked me at that time, "Do you want this account? Do you think you can handle it?" I said yes. And in my head, I was like, "I'm gonna do everything I can to make this happen." So I I made it happen. I lasted he left after a year I was in the company, and I lasted 3 additional years. So I've been in the company 4 years, and I've hit 4 years in October. And my first year I made 53. Second year I made 73. Third year I made 114, and this past year I made 110. But I decided to quit. Decided to put my 2 weeks in, and everyone was telling me like, "Why? What do everyone in the company is like, why? You're making good money. You got stability. It's comfortable." Now let's start getting to the reason why. Um, so the reason why is because I feel like I can do more. I feel like I'm capable of so much more. Um, you know, I started this YouTube channel thing for my daughter with her playing with toys. I set it up real nice, and I only got a couple of videos, but I was always thinking and looking for my next step. Even though I was making 100,000, I was like, what can I do next? Because it's not that I wasn't satisfied. It's just I feel like I can do more. I feel like I'm capable of more, and it's not like I want to do it to be cool or I want it to like impress people, but it's just something that's in me. Like I don't know if it's in my heart or my mind or what, but every day at work I would think about what can I do next? What can I do next? And everyone tells me like, man, Joe, you got a good attitude. You're positive. You inspire me. Like I people tell me that I should write a book, and I should make a YouTube account and just put an account up and make videos to inspire people. And I never did it because I was like, man, you're crazy. I'm not gonna do that. Like, but then it started hitting me. I was like, man, too many people are telling me that. So that's why I'm doing this right now. And it's at the end of my $100,000 journey. Like if I would have just documented everything from to today, my 100,000, and then decide to quit and start this whole new journey, I mean, I probably would have had some support and some people following me already, but it's cool. I'm not worried about that. My thing is, I want to make this video to inspire people right now that are out there that that are just dropped out of high school, or that they don't know what to do next with their life, or people in their 30s, 40s, whoever. I want to inspire people. That's what I want to do. Um, you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna become a life coach or a motivational speaker, but this is something that I'm good at. This is something that's just a part of me. It's just me, and I'm what I was doing with my job. I'm gonna continue doing that. I'm gonna continue doing that. I don't want to say what exactly I was doing or where I was doing it because I don't want any. Pretty much, I signed a contract and I got to be careful. So, um, I want to make these videos to inspire people, and I want my story to be heard. You know, I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. My strengths, I'm positive. I work hard. I work extremely hard, extremely hard. I'm um I'm optimistic. I'm realistic. I think about the positives and the negatives, and I feel like I manifest everything, right? Or visualize everything, and then I start preparing myself for the worst or the best case scenarios. And um and I connect people with I connect very well with people. I really do. Like that's what I've learned. Like I connect with so many people, and it's not like I connect with people on a personal level where like I feel like they care about me. And it's very very strange. But I remember when I was 18 and I was working with older men. They 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 just I thought it was because I looked very young and I was only 18. But I think it was because I'm just good at connecting with people on a personal level. And so I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that and use that. I'm very self-aware. I know like I'm saying, like I'm not saying I know it all about myself, but I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I work on my weaknesses. I work on my strengths, and all my strengths I'm gonna use that on this next journey. I'm gonna use it on my next journey. And see where it goes and see where I land. When I talked to my managers and I put my 2 weeks in, everybody was shocked. And they were just very surprised because I never did anything like that. I never disappointed. I was always showing up, rain, cold, whatever. I was always showing up, and I was making things happen, and no excuses. I was showing up and I was doing it, and they can depend on me. And that's why I realized, wow, I'm very 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 valuable. I can take everything that I've learned and become my own boss. I'm not gonna jump out of this and become my own boss right away, and 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 it's gonna go perfect. But I got things lined up where maybe one day I'll become my own official boss. I don't know, but that's what I believe right now, that it's gonna be a transition. I gotta take these steps, and I gotta be patient. I know I gotta work hard, and I mean, no days off. This is my last month with the company, but after that, it's like the the work starts because I got a mortgage now. I got a house to pay for. I got my house when I was 23. I educated. Let me tell you about something about that too. People out there, educate yourself. Educate yourself on anything. Anything you want to learn. Anything you want to learn, educate yourself. The internet is out there. Everyone makes excuses why they don't know something. Why they can't get their house. Why can't they don't know how to fix their credit, you know? And it's all on you. Like you need help to fix your credit? Well, go Google how to fix your credit. That's it. That's all it takes. Educate yourself. I learned how to build my credit. I learned how to get an FHA. Um, all of that. I did it all by myself. People ask me now, how did you get your house? What did you do? How did you figure it out? And I help people. I don't judge them. I don't think like, oh, you're dumb, blah blah blah. No, but what I do want is I want you to go educate yourself. Get on Google and learn something. If you don't know something, go Google it. Go Google it. Watch YouTube videos. I drown myself in information. I disconnected my cable. My TV's right here. I drown myself in information. Like I just, and it's not like a bad drown, like I'm dying, but like, man, I disconnect my cable. All I do is watch YouTube videos of like people like Gary V. I listen to Buddha talks just to keep me calm and learn how to breathe and be patient and be positive. And just go out there and Google, look up different things, see what you connect with. That's what I do. I feel these things like, oh, I'm connected to this, so I'm gonna keep watching them. And Gary V, he talks about, he's an entrepreneur, businessman. I'll leave his link in the description, but he talks about stop trying to be fancy. I'm making this video. I have a light, I have a camera, I have a stairs right here that I have the camera on. Stop trying to be fancy and begin. put it out there. Start your thing. Start whatever you're doing. Start it. If you want to document it, document it. I would suggest documenting it because there's people out there who want to see other people grow. They really do. That's their thing. They get like a high off of seeing other people grow, and they get motivated. People need that. So that's what I would tell people. Just go Google, man, and go figure it out. Stop being lazy. Stop. You can watch sports for 3 hours. Go spend 3 hours on a documentary. Go spend 3 hours on learning about something that's gonna benefit you. If you're right now, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, or you don't know where to begin, start focusing on yourself. Stop thinking about your friends and your girlfriend or boyfriend, your the drama. Start thinking about yourself. Start thinking about, how do I become better? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And start figuring it out. Just start. That's it. I tell people all the time, just start, because I, every day you start, or the day that you start, every day you're getting better. Like my mom, she asked me, how do you become patient? She asked me, how do I become patient? I said, you got to start. The number one thing is, first, you're already self-aware. You're aware that you need to work on your patience, and then start. Every day you're practicing. You're gonna have slip-ups, but every day you practice, you're gonna get better. You're gonna get better, and you're gonna figure it out. Got off topic, but there's just so many things that I want to say, and I've been thinking about making this video for a long time, and I might break it up into videos, or I might, if y'all want me to talk about something else, or anything like that, just let me know. I mean, I can only give you my opinion, my perspective, my experience with things. But I'm always gonna tell you, go Google it, and work on it every day. One of my weaknesses, I'm not consistent. You know, I started this YouTube thing for my daughter, and and I was like, I started in January. I was like, I'm gonna pump out 20 videos this month. I thought it was gonna be, easy, but I made excuses. I wasn't consistent, and that's something that I have to work on. I think, we all have to work on consistency, but I'm not. I'm focusing on myself, but that consistency is something that I'm working on, and I'm aware of it, and hopefully I get in a groove. Hopefully I get in a groove, and I start, and my thing is, I just want to spend an hour at least a day on my working out, on making videos, on my work, networking with people. That's what I'm gonna be doing a lot. Networking with people, other entrepreneurs that are out there, other business people that are out there. You know, subscribe to me. Add me on. I don't know. I don't really add people on Facebook, but I'll make another one to add random people. I don't know. But I want to help as many people as possible, because I feel like I have a gift. I know everybody talks about they have a gift and blah blah blah. Cool, but I really do. Like I really feel like I do, and I wouldn't be making these videos and have the courage to make this video if so many people didn't tell me, you need to write a book, you need to talk to people, you need to. And these are older people, my parents, friends of friends, people I work with. They all tell me to do this, so this is why I'm doing it. Because if they're telling me to do it more than one person, then I'm gonna do it. I have to do it because it it's very important. I love connecting with people. I love helping people. I love encouraging people. It's just something that I love to do. Now, I know people are thinking or asking me what exactly I'm gonna do next, or what I was doing. I don't really want to say right now, because I don't want to, like I said, there's a contract signed. I don't want to get in trouble. But what I'm doing is, it's nothing like FBI ish or CIA ish. It's honestly, anybody can learn it. Anybody can learn it. I mean, if you have the patience and the work ethic to put all the time and effort into learning it, you can. And once I get the clear from my buddy, if I can, like, make another video and talk about exactly what I was doing, then I'll do it. But until then, I'm not gonna say too much. Or what company I was working for. But that message that I posted, with my buddy, you know, it really hit home with me, because people are telling me that they believe in me, and it really makes me feel good. It really makes me think like, wow, what's next? This high school dropout who goes to boot camp for 6 months. I leave everything, go to college, get out of college, get a job for 2 years, get a new job, make 100,000, get his house at 23, get a 401k. I have I have nice things. I don't, um, and then I quit. And I quit. And the plan I'm doing next, the thing I'm doing next, I can really fail. Like one slip up, I can fail. I can lose everything. My house, my truck, everything. But let me tell you one thing. I won't be embarrassed. I won't be scared to lose it all. I wouldn't be I wouldn't feel any kind of negative thing. I would feel I feel proud for trying this. I feel I feel like it takes a lot of courage what I'm doing. And I think the reason why I feel kind of comfortable is because my buddy did it and he's doing well, and I think I'm gonna do well. But I mean, there's no guarantee. This is not guaranteed that I'm gonna do well or make what I was making. Um, and if not, I have a house. I have a house that I can lose. But the beautiful thing about that is I wouldn't be embarrassed. I'm not gonna be afraid to tell somebody, "Hey, I lost my house." I'm foreclosure or anything. I'm not that, like, I'm sorry to say dumb. I'm not that dumb to go that route. I if that like I said, I think about the positives and negatives. If that scenario ever pops up, I could rent out my house. I could rent out my house to somebody, and they can. It's a nice house, it's brand new, and I could rent it out. It's that simple. It's in a new area that's growing, and it'll be rented out easy. But that won't happen because I work hard. I'm patient. I'm positive. I connect well with people. I have this desire to be better every day. I have a desire to be the best me I can be every single day. And the reason I'm putting myself out there for people is because I want you to be the same way. Like I want you. I know I can't control you or control the people around me or anything like that, but man, it really eats me up inside when people they just they don't have the confidence in themselves. They don't believe in themselves, and it hurts me because I'm like, man, all it takes is confidence. Just believe in yourself. Well, they're like, well, I don't have anything to believe in myself. Like, I don't know, why would I have confidence? I'm ugly, I'm fat, whatever. Well, if you're fat, go work out. If you're not smart, go read a book. Go Google something. Go and start learning something. If you don't have anything that you're good at, start practicing. Start doing something. Just start. And just just be grateful. Number one. Once you realize, you're alive and you're healthy, and just be grateful. Just be grateful for everything. I'm grateful for my being alive. I'm grateful for everything that I've accomplished, and I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to quit and try this new journey and see how it goes. I'm grateful for my daughter. My daughter is my world. That is the number one thing that makes me happy. That is the number one thing. This is $100,000 that I'm just giving up for this job. My daughter is the number one thing that makes me happy. No matter what happens to me or the money or whatever, my house, whatever, I'm gonna have my daughter. I'm gonna have my daughter, and she is my world. Um, and I think this is pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap it up. I think I talked as much as I can. But thank you for watching. If you actually watched this whole video, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. If you comment something, like anything, comment something. I want to hear people's opinion or their anything. I want to hear. I want to read it, and I want to know what people think about this, and if I should really do this. Um, Thank you for watching, and peace and love.